Ladies, gentlemen, honored guests and dear host, thank you for inviting us to open this webinar. A pity we cannot be together like last year, where we exchange views in discussion panels, presentations, and of course, face-to-face network in a beautiful environment. Who is IPCSA? IPCSA is an international association of sea and airport community system operators, port authorities, and single window operators that is recognized around the world for providing expert advice and guidance on electronic exchange of information across borders and throughout the whole supply chain. IPCSA currently has 46 members around the world, out of which 7 from Africa, who handle the exchange of information for business to business, business to government, government to business, and government to government, and facilitate the smooth cross-border movement of goods in more than 250 sea and airports. IPCSA focuses on supporting and facilitating systems and innovations for port community system members and users, and promoting the use of international data standards in sea and airports at border crossing and via single window systems around the world. The advent of emerging technologies in ports will transform the port just as they transformed the supply chain and the production industry. As emerging technologies mature, they will become more relevant in ports, making this transformation happen progressively. In a study carried out in 2018 on emerging technologies in the ports, we analyzed 12 technologies that could be relevant for the future of the ports. But which one will be present in the Port of the Future 2030? We did a survey among 25 international experts of port community system operators, and the result of the survey showed that more than 50% of those experts answered that Internet of Things, big data, autonomous vehicles, blockchain, 5G, and drones will be the technology that would be present in the port of the future. It will not be a single technology that will define how the ports will be in 10 years, but it will be a combination of these technologies. We will have a physical level of technologies, and we will have a level of connectivity with 5G technology that will be key to perform all data exchange between devices and systems. COVID-19 has meant that ports have been forced to have digitalization at the forefront of their minds, with many workers using technology to manage their daily and day-in, day-out requirements, and also working from home. We believe that after the current times, digitalization and technology will be seen as key asset for a port more than ever before, with port communities and single windows being a key focus. At the first glance, it looks to be, but the reality learns something different. To date, only 49 out of 174 member states of the International Maritime Organization possess functioning port community systems. Co-signees call for wide range adoption of secure electronic data exchange. The COVID-19 crisis has painfully demonstrated the heterogeneous landscape that currently exists across ports worldwide. While some port communities seized the opportunities for the fourth industrial revolution and developed a full-fledged smart port, many others are barely grasped the essentials and digitalization and continue to struggle with larger reliance on personal interaction and paper-based transactions as a norm for ship-port interface and port hinterland interfaces. Acceleration digitalization of maritime trade and logistics is top priority number 1. It's so a call to action. The COVID-19 pandemic has proved the value of port community systems and single windows, and this call of action is a milestone in having the whole industry supporting member states and port authorities to work together, collaborate, and develop these critical systems. Just to name a few of the actions. Find ways of using existing IMO 4 convention requirements, making the transition to full-fledged single window systems. Harmonize data standards. This will cut energy costs, reduce the cost and emission, and improve safety. Strive to introduce port community systems and secure data platforms in IMO member state ports. Develop a practical roadmap that facilitates a digital port environment where port community system providers and users can securely share data. Establish a coalition of willing stakeholders to improve transparency of the supply chain, starting with long overdue introduction of the electronic bill of lading. Support small, less developed, and understaffed port communities with technical facilities and personal training. The call to action concludes: working on these priorities requires collaboration between maritime supply chain industry stakeholders and government. Above all, is the intergovernmental cooperation as accelerator of digitalization will require change management at local, regional and national level. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on our way to a paperless future. A future that will show in our transport and logistics a much faster and transparent world. Less dwell time in ports, faster release of cargo, better view on track and trace, boosting the economic position of many countries where port community systems will facilitate the market players to achieve millions of dollars of added value per year. Reducing costs and at the same time stimulate investment in tools, capacity and infrastructure to support the trade to the maximum. Ladies and gentlemen, many thanks for your, thank you for giving me the time and the opportunity to give our view on this world. And I wish you a very pleasant and informative webinar. Thank you.